Hi everyone, it's Lisa again. Bet you didn't think you'd hear from me so soon. Well, after I did my first video and figured out how to work it, I got to thinking about this album, and I thought, well, maybe I'll show you the whole thing so that you can see what it's like inside too and not be so nervous about it, because you guys are very kind people, and then I can tell you what I did along the way. This album, I don't remember if I told you in the first video or not, is devoted to my grandmother. So I started it, I wanted an antique, vintage looking album, and then I did a couple pages, and then I decided I would add grandma's pictures and things to it. So the first thing I did was photocopy some of my grandmother's letters. I didn't use the real ones, I photocopied them, and then I aged them. I just inked them to make them look old and put them on here. And then I have a picture of her and her friend here with a frame, and just added a few, embellishments here and there and some charms. I'm not good at remembering where everything came from, so maybe I'll get better with that, but for now I'm not. This is just a little pin that I made that looked like an angel. Alright, here we go. Here's my first page. This page is just a couple pictures of my grandma when she was a little girl, and this is her graduation picture. And then I just put grandma up here, and I just had some clip art things of little old-fashioned shoes, so I put those there. All of these pictures are photocopied. I didn't use the originals because I didn't want to ruin them, so everything in here is photocopied. This page, because my grandma likes music, I put an old radio here as a pocket, and then glued on some tags here, and then on this tag I put an old record player on here, and I put the word past, and then in the back I can just journal on there. She used to play the violin, and she plays the piano and the organ, but I couldn't find a violin or anything like that. So, and then this pocket here I made, I need to journal. I need to get some, journaling paper or something on here and journal on both of these sides. And then I open it up, and on this side, I put photocopied a picture of my grandma and grandpa on their honeymoon with a bear. Don't ask me. And then I put just this little saying, "True love is not for a second, but for eternity." And so I put that there. Now this side, my daughter thinks is weird, but my grandma lived on a farm. My grandparents lived on a farm, and they had an apple orchard. And so whenever we went to grandma's house, which was all the time, she always made apple cake, the same apple cake all the time for every meal practically. And so I happened to have, she gave me the recipe one time when I got married a long time ago, and so I still have the recipe card with her handwriting of the recipe of apple cake. So I put that in there, and my daughter thought that was weird, but this is a remembrance of my grandma, and that's something that I remember her was with the recipe, so that's why that's there. Alright, on this page, I just put things that have touched my heart, and then I just put a picture of my grandmother with her cows here, and with her dog and cat here when she was a little girl. On this side, I just put some tickets and put the different words on here that remind me of grandma: dare and give, very giving person, pray, believe. And then I have two tags in here. The first one says a typical family gathering looks like, and then I can write on here, and then I'm either going to put a picture or write some more things on here on this side. And then on this one, it says this was the best part of grandma's house, and so I'm going to write something about grandma's house here. And then on the back side, I found an old picture. Now this is the original because it was just an old little one of grandma's farm, and then I'm going to write something up here. And these things came from those smash pads I got. And then there's a tag in here. My grandmother was a school teacher, and so I made a tag, and I wanted it to look like an old chalkboard, and so I made this look like a chalkboard, and put the 2 + 2 in the welcome. And then I remember always in school having the alphabet across the top, so I put that on there. even though it kind of sticks out like a sore thumb. Now the other side I had done before I knew that I was going to dedicate this to Grandma, and I had just put an old, vintage paper here, but I guess I could write something on here about Grandma, because I don't want to get rid of it because I like it. No, I'm taping, please. Sorry, that was my daughter. This page also I did before I knew I was going to do it for my grandmother, so I don't want to take that off, but I don't know what else to do. It's just an old vintage card I had. It says reminisce, and so I can journal something. Buster. Sorry, my dog just opened the door. Told you I'm an amateur. This is a picture of my grandma in her chair, an old rocking chair, and I have this rocking chair, and then I just put her name down here. Oh, here's another tag. Now this tag didn't turn out very well, but I tried something new. I took a paper doily and tried to age it, and then I had a picture. It was a school picture. I don't know, my grandma was in 8th grade or something. It was their class picture, so I made a copy of it and just cut out where she was at. But the funny thing is, my grandma and grandpa were married for over 50 years before grandpa died, and they went to school together, but they didn't date or anything, and they weren't interested in each other in school. And in this picture, there's my grandma right here, and right above her is my grandpa, but they weren't even dating or anything. And I just think that's kind of neat that they were like that close to each other and had no idea what their future was going to be. And then I just put another saying down here about true love. And then on the back side, I found a picture of my grandma with her 2 best friends when she was little, and just put a butterfly in there because she likes butterflies. There's that one. And you know what? My furnace just kicked on. I'm in the basement, so I don't know if that noise is going to bother you or not. Okay, here's a pocket here that I just put live on here. And then in here I have just a tag that for memories and a piece of paper on the back I could write something. And then this tag I made is my grandma as a baby, a little baby picture. Then this side, I just made a little pocket with something that I had. And I had, when we cleaned out her house, she saved everything, and I had some of her old school books from when she was in college and some papers. And one of the papers had her name on there that she wrote when she was in college. So I just ripped it out and kind of aged it and put it on here. So in her handwriting, it has her name there. And then in the letter that I photocopied, she had written, Dear Lisa. So I kind of tore that out and aged it and put it up here, Dear Lisa, because I thought that was kind of neat to have of my grandma's handwriting. And then I just have a couple more tags here that I can journal on. Oh, here's a tag that comes out of here. She had birds, so I just have a bird cage here and a bird up here, and I'm going to journal there. And then just another place where I can journal. And then on this side, I'm not happy with this page, but I'm not going to tear it apart. I found a picture of my grandmother sitting on a car, and I cut it out as an oval, and I didn't like how it looked. So then I found a little frame that I could put around it, but I still am not too sure I like the way it looks. And then I left a spot here to put a little tag, and it just says memory, has a definition of what a memory is that I can write on. I put a B here because her last name starts with a B. And then here, I just love these little envelopes. I put remember on here, and then I've got just some tickets that I distressed, and then I'm gonna write something on those, and they go right inside there. The last page, I have lots of 4-generation pictures of grandmother, my mom, me, and my daughter. But I saw one time somebody do something with the hands. So one time I had my grandmother, we were all together for Christmas or something, and I had everybody put their hand down in a circle and took a 4-generation picture of the hands. So you can kind of see how they age, and you can kind of see how the traits or whatever. So there's grandma, mom, me, and my daughter's hand. And then when I printed it out, I put 4 generations on here, and then I put a little saying down here about the generations. And then just the back page is I put just a little saying here and put some birds on there and butterflies or whatever. And this is a little trim that I just got from Karen just a few days ago, and I really like it. And that is it for the journal. So there it is. And I think I'm going to take your the advice I've been getting so far, and to leave this like this so that you can see Grandma's. And it'd be much easier for me if I just kind of either leave this or put a little ink or pin on there like people have been suggesting. But and then I just put different charms on here. There's one that says "I love Grandma" on here, and locks and keys, owls, because she used to have make owls all the time. And there's a little bow on here, and just little knickknacks. So, this was a bead off of one of her necklaces that I got. I just took it off and the necklace and put it on here. So, well, that is my first journal, the inside. And so, if you have any suggestions, just let me know. I'll put a little bit of lace down here too from her house. But anyway, thanks. I'll see you next time. Bye.